back again, are we? Well done. I mean, thank you. Thank you for coming back and watching another video by me, Bloot084 Art and Games. If you are here, you would have seen last week's. If you haven't, go and check that one out. But yeah, last week we did faces, or I showed you a quick and easy way of drawing faces from the very basic start, from the skull, well, not the skull, but the sort of shape of the head, and then we sort of did the detail on the eyes, the nose, and in the mouth, and I sort of basically drew my TikTok persona, which is called Bloot Angle, and you know that I'm doing a comic or something on the lines of that, or have done one for the Inktober. I'm still working with the same comic, same idea with that, and yeah. As you know, my hero has a sidekick, so we're going to sort of do that. We're going to do that. We're going to sort of go back and do another face, but this time I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm not just going to do one face. I'm going to do two faces. One is sort of going to be, well, it's going to be looking to the side, and it's going to be Morningscape. If you don't know the character, go into the Inktober playlist, or you can go to the Finding Bloot Angle, where you can see him being made. Hey guys. All of my characters have been drawn on paper. They also have been made in VR, and they also have been made out of polymer clay. So if you want to go and check them out, awesome. But a little synopsis that he's a winged creature, has horns, and there's an alternate version of him, as there is for my main character, and that is the story that you will find out if you go and check out the Inktober playlist. Find out about all the characters and the actual whole stories. I've read it to you there. I haven't written anything down, but I've kind of recorded it all, so I didn't have to write it down. But yeah, if you want to find out more about the character, go and do that. But if you want to learn how to draw a face, or one side of a face and then another side of the face, and I don't mean one side and one side, I mean one's looking that way and one's looking that way. I kind of saw a image when I was flicking through on Instagrams and all of the TikToks as well, that sort of that was spicked out of me, because I was like, what can I do? I was like, should I do polymer clay, or should I do this character and carry on doing faces? I want to do some faces. I really want to sort of tackle faces, because as you know, they're very, very difficult. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. So before we carry on, I'm going to turn the camera down. So yeah, now I've turned the camera down, just quickly show you what I'm going to be using. We're, as always, going to be using my mechanical pencil. I do use ordinary sketch pencils, but I've sort of fallen in love with this pencil even. Really because I don't have to sharpen it, and I never seem to run out of lead, like, ever. Other than when I change it, you know. But yeah, it's easily changed, and it's just, don't have to sort of kill a tree to do it. It's just made out of plastic. Yes, it's plastic, whatever, but it's recyclable plastic. So yeah, if you're looking to sort of branch into something, get yourself a mechanical pencil, click click click, and it's basically the same idea as a click pen. But that's the pencil that I'll be using to sketch with. I'll be inking later on in the video with my Uniball, as always, so keep tuned for the inking stage. If you're more interested in that, you can always skip forward. But first we have to actually sketch out the drawing, and like I said, we're going to be doing two faces, so we're going to have sort of a midsection here. So I'm going to split that up. I'm going to sort of call that there the mirror portal, because I will be making the mirror portal, if you remember this from the story, a mirror portal later on. But we're not going to put any detail there. We're just going to have a middle line there for now. And we'll put one head on this side. I'll try and mirror that on this side. So there's got the good side and the evil side. It's the basic idea and the basic thing of that. But yeah, we'll sort of always basically start with a circle, and we'll work. I think actually I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. Yeah, we'll have quite a large face, because I'm going to, as always, I keep saying that, I'm going to be digitizing this to my best ability. If you haven't seen anything that I've digitized so far, please go and check them out and let me know what you think, how my progression is going on that one. Because I'm turning my my comic into a digital thing now, so I can sort of make many prints of it to eventually try and sell. I will be putting voice bubbles, speech bubbles, and stuff like that in a later stage, but I won't be showing you all of that. I'll be doing that all off stage, all off page, and things like that. But yeah, back onto what we're drawing. We start with just, well, you can start with a heart shape if you like. That's kind of basically what I've drawn here. But then we move down. We've got the sort of basic skull, top of the skull. We've got to make now. We've got to put in the jaw, or the jaw area. So we're kind of thinking about when we do the jaw. Same idea as we're going to do when we do the straight on looking at your face, like a triangle or a pyramid with its more a triangle with its peak cut off completely. Well, let's call that the bottom of the chin there. Hopefully you can see this okay. Yeah, you should be able to. But yeah, cut it off there because we don't need that peak, because where is it going? It's not going anywhere. So there's the base of the chin. There's the base of the other chin. Again, we're doing a side-to-side face, so the one's looking this way and one's looking this way. So we'll probably put the ears round about, I'd say, there. And I'm trying to match things up. So if you're going to try and match things up, always like put yourself a faint line. Again, to put a faint line, you don't want anything heavy at this point, because you haven't finished it. So you could be you could be thinking, oh, actually none of that matches up. I want to rub that out and change it. So bear in mind, don't put any heavy lines when you first start doing anything. I'll just put another ear here, or an ear shape, because I can't really decide whether I want to give them pointy ears, like elf type ears, or ordinary, human ears. I kind of swaying towards elf ears, really, because the characters that I've made kind of have like a droopy ear, but we'll do that later on. With the same as this straight on face, the eyes will be level with the top of the ear, I think. Yeah, level with the top of the ear. So we'll do another line there to keep everything level. This is as straight as well, a wiggly line. So yeah, we'll try and keep that. You can use a ruler and you can really match things up, but I try to do things all freehand as I go along. But there, round about there would be one eye, and then again we've got the other eye here. Just again, basic circles. You want to keep everything really basic when you're doing this sort of stage. If you really want to sort of emphasize it as an eye, you can put little pupil there. But with the nose, you want to sort of go with to the top of the ear, and you want to go down straight from where the top of the ear, straight through the eye, and go something like that. And that's roughly where the nose will be. Again, you can change it depending on what your character is going to be. If you're even going to give the character a nose. On this side, it doesn't actually have a nose. On the evil side, he has a more of a pig snout, cut off kind of nose, and a bit gruely and iggly. But I want to sort of draw the Morning Skate's face first. And he has quite a large nose. So we're going to kind of like do that for now. Again, keeping it all basic shapes. And the other part of the ear, part of the nose here, which would be the nostrils. Again, just sort of doing everything basic lines, and you don't want to go crazy, but it's kind of like a triangle. That'll do for the basic shape that you want. The mouth, again, you want to go from the nose. You want to give it a little bit of space between the nose and the mouth, because here is the chin. And I've made the nose too small. So, in fact, the nose here is in the wrong place. Let's change that. Let's make that nose a little bit bigger, because we want it to, again, we want a big nose for this character. No, we're not going to have a nose here, but I just want to make it symmetrical, just so it sort of makes sense in my head. And the nose will, if I can remember, goes from the... If you're going to draw an ordinary face, which again, this is the ordinary size face, you're going to be going from about the bottom of the earlobe, is where the nose would cut off, and then you're going to be starting thinking about the mouth. Is it going to be open? Is it going to be closed? In this case, I think I'm going to have a closed mouth. So we'll just sort of, again, couple couple of sausages to tell you that's where the mouth is, the jaw, and the chin. You can draw a little chin in there if you want. You want to leave. How would I say about the lips? Like, I don't know. Around, depending on where you're going to do it. But again, it's your own personal character. I will show you in a bit more detail, and I will speed all of that up when we get around to actually putting in the detail. But again, put some sausages for the lips, just for where the mouth's going to be, so you can sort of gauge where the chin's going to be, where it connects to the neck and stuff like that. And in this case, I actually have horns on Morningscape, so we'll show them here because they curl back. Again, I'm going to put a load more detail to this, but they curl back there. If you're going to be putting horns on, or you can put, that could be like hair, roughly. Morningscape doesn't actually have hair, but I'm kind of swaying between yes and no, because his evil counterpart does have hair and very long hair, but he also does have horns as well, a bit thinner horn. So I'll just, again, I sort of curl them into each other. So I kind of like that aesthetic. So we'll put them in there like this. I think that's going to look pretty cool when I've coloured and digitised and done all the good stuff to that. Yeah, evil and good. So good and evil. So we'll put good on this side for now, just so you know and I know. And we'll put evil. Evil doesn't start with a V. Evil starts with an E. Evil, so the good and evil side. We won't worry about any neck or anything for now. Actually, do you know what? I think I will. Again, the neck, roughly there. I don't know. There's the shoulders. We'll worry about all of that when we get later on in the video. So we've sort of do the face first, and then we'll figure out what's happening with the body. Probably not very much. So yeah, let's get on and get this finished off. Let's speed everything up. You can see how I change everything, because there are going to be a few changes, but that's basically how you can do a side-on face. You don't have to have it shaped like this. You could just have a whole shape like this, have it coming one side up on the side here, and do the same idea, same lines, same guidance for yourself. Again, anything you want to do, you want to change, you can change it right now, because the L is the point where you put on all the detail and make it look like a face. So let's get it sped up and get that done. Okay, so that's as far as I think I can get it detailed. As you know, I'm not, well, as you can tell, I'm not great at doing faces, but I think that's kind of captured what I was trying to go for. The half and half, or two sides of the good side and the bad side. I really tried hard on that eye. I can't get it right. I don't know what it is. I've looked on the phone for some like inspiration. I think I'm throwing myself off with that giant nose. But the giant nose is meant to be there, as that is part of the character that is Morning Skate. Again, the hair has been put in. I kind of like the way that the hair is sort of working on this side. Really like the hair on the evil side. Again, I've took the nose off completely on the evil side because he doesn't have a nose. It's sort of been cut off or it's worn away, and it's just sort of just a hole where he breathes through. The mouth, I think is looking okay. I could probably do a little bit to it, but we'll see what I can do with it when I get around to the inking stage, which again I'll be using that in a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of leave it a day, keep looking at it, and sort of see if I can change a few things. So you'll see how that progresses in the next part of the video. Again, I'm going to leave a day, and that is basically a face. Using the same guide that I showed you. The ears, as you know, again they're floppy ears. They're not human style ears. Horns may need a little bit of work, but we'll see what it all looks like when I get into the sort of inking stage. Righto. So yeah, it's been a day. I've had a faff around with the picture. I kind of wasn't too happy with the sort of position, the place that I was going with the Morning Skate character. In every single portrait I've ever drawn him in the comic and everything else that I've worked on him for, like the polymer clays and the digital artwork, he's never had hair. So I've sort of gone and took away all of the hair, given him a few sort of what are they called, ridges in your head? What are they called? I don't know what they're called, but yeah, you know those little ridges in the head there. Give him a little bit more detail over that way, and sort of kept him a little bit in the bold sort of area. Kept all the ears, kept all the eye and all of that. I've looked at the eye and I thought it's looking as good as I wanted it to get on that side. Obviously I've put in this little skateboard here, because again his name's Morning Skate. And the alternate version, or the evil version, is called Dust Skimmer, if you remember from the story. Giving him his skimboard. Skimboard is one of those things that you go and take to the beach and you sort of skim across the edge of the... or you can take it out into the sea, but you have to have like a jet ski or something like that. But it's more of a skimming board. You can use it for sand skimming. That's what he uses it for, and that's his skimboard there. So yeah, we've kind of like got through of all of the extra little details that I wanted to put in. I'm now going to be using the inking pen, like I said just a minute ago, or yesterday, if you were yeah. So yeah, I've got all of that. I'm going to get that inking done. It's going to probably take me a while, so I'm going to speed all of this up for you. So let's get going, get all of that done, and I'll see you. Even though you told me to get back your heart, I still spin inside your orbit. Yeah. You say that I should probably start to walk away. I'm hoping that you stop and make me have to stay, 'cause I'm floating in your orbit. Yeah, I'm stuck in your space, just my luck. Push me away, you understand. There's nothing left to say. Pull me back, take my hand. Come on, name, you understand, I wanna stay. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. Take my hand, come on, you understand, I wanna stay. Right on. So now I've gone over everything that we've already sketched, but a little bit more detail in certain areas, like in the faces here and there, sort of extra few little lines, just to sort of show that the skin, maybe, or wrinkles or things like that. And darkened out, thickened the lines around on the dust skimmer hair, because I wanted to sort of differentiate between the hair behind the hair in front, sort of thing. And the clothing here, I put in a few extra lines with the nose and the ridges again on the forehead on Morningscape, with his absolute giant nose, which is really throwing me off trying to draw a face there. But hopefully the ears look okay. And the way I've sort of curled them over, again, they're not normal ears, they're more of a curled over like a imp type ear. With the horns, I put an extra little bit of detail, just sort of trying to make them look a bit more like a actual textured horn type thing. Put in the mouths and stuff, and again a little bit of detail on the mouths. Make this one look a real sort of grizzly, and again I've took the nose off because he has no nose. It's more of just like a snout type thing, or a caved in sort of nose. But yeah, hopefully everything looks good. All that I need to do now is to remove all the sketch lines underneath, see if there's anything else that I want to add to it. But that's basically the sketching stage. You've gone from sort of going from the basic idea. Again, we're doing two faces, good and evil, sort of both looking out the opposite sides of wherever they are, to split down the middle. And we're sort of getting there with what we need to do. I'm going to be sort of using some Copic markers to colour this in now. I did think about using pencils, but I thought, nah, can't be arsed with pencils. So maybe that's what I could do. One could be Copic marker, one could be pencil. I don't know. We'll see about that. Again, I put the boards in there. I'm not sure if I want to put in a little bit of a background to it. We'll see how that goes. But first, we've got to rub out all the sketch lines from underneath, and let's see what we're left with. Okay, now that I've erased all of the sketch lines underneath, it's time to get the Copic markers out once again. I'm going to be using the base colours that we've always sort of used for this for these characters. I did stick with removing the hair for Morningscape, just because, like I said, I've done it every single time I've drawn him without hair. So we're sticking with that. But his colours are red, purple, red for his skin and purple for his clothing. Don't know what I'm going to be doing for the background. We'll sort of get that as we go along. We've got pink for the skin for Dust Skimmer. And maybe we'll slam in a bit of blue for his hair like it has in the comic. Again, if you want to find out about the comic, go and check it out. But yeah, let's get that colouring done and finish off this picture, shall we? And there we go. One finished off piece of two characters in one picture. Again, it's two faces, one facing this way, the good side, and on this side we got the evil side. This one's Morningskate and this one's Scholastic. You can find out more about them in the Inktober playlist if you would like to. There is a whole thing on that and a whole comic that I'm still working on. Again, I'm going to be working on some digital things, and that one there you just saw is going to be digitized soon, so I'm going to have to keep watching for those. This one's going to be digitized either during it or after, depending on sort of what time scale I'm working on. But otherwise, hopefully you have enjoyed this picture, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you want to see more about this, or if you want to see me do any other particular type of shading, colours, or anything else, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, don't forget to leave a like, hit that subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.